Yeah, and my good brother, which is like myself, is asking me to address brothers, men in particular. As you say, whether you're there for the children or not, you're there for yourself. So this is who I'm talking to. The I, you, the brother, even myself. This male macho thing that we're dealing with is European, it's not African, first of all. This male-dominated society that we're dealing with is European, it's not African. Research it. Africa is what's called a matriarchy. We honor and respect, even worship our women. We don't abuse them. We don't slap them and beat them around. That's what we learned from the European. See? Come, honey, I'm going across the ocean to conquer America. Yes, dear. That's not us, man. The African queen said, but wait, baby, you ain't never been over there. What are you going over there for? Why you don't take care of what we have right here? So we have to really divide this idea of whose culture we're dealing with, because we are speaking the English language, and therefore we have an Englishman's mentality. Even though we have African thoughts and African spirits, we've been brainwashed and bombarded with English words, English phrases, English holidays, English clothes, all these things from Europe. And Europe has a very dominant male chauvinistic society. That's why we are the way we are. We're imitating the slave master, whether you admit it or not. You beat your children. You talk down to your woman. You go on even when you're wrong as if you're right. That's us, man. So that's what we have to correct. When you're wrong, admit it. If a woman have a little more wisdom than you at the particular time, admit it. When it come time to be strong, we don't never fail in that. But when it come time to humble yourself, that's where we at right now. That's what we did. We have to learn to humble ourselves and listen to someone other than ourselves. Because a man has a man, and a man, we have a nature to just do things and take responsibility for what we do. Right now we need to listen. We've done things. I will quote Emperor Haile Selassie when he was asked about the theocratic government that is to come. And he said, I quote, "Man has proved his utter incapability of governing himself. Therefore, the next government will be theocratic. It will be from the top down. There will be no political slogans, no campaigns, none of that mudslinging business." Yes, this is what the Majesty said when he was asked about the coming government. Theocratic, not democratic, not capitalistic, not dictatorship, not a plutocracy. Theocracy, which means God runs things and he appoints somebody in his stead to administer this government, which is what that prayer, Our Father in Heaven, is all about. So we need to analyze that prayer, my brethren, and activate it. This is my cry and my call out to all men, black man in particular. I don't really know what to say to a white man, as far as advice, other than I know he's a man like me, but we have certain things that make us weary of you. We can't trust you the way we want to trust you. See? So I will speak to all men, but specifically to black men who have children and they're not taking care of them. Who have children and feel say it's the mother's responsibility. Some have children, don't know when their birthday is, don't know what size shoe they wear, little things like that. You have to tune in, brother. You see? So that's what I say right now to all my black brothers. We're responsible for these young men that's coming up in the street, shooting each other, robbing each other, taking advantage of these young sisters. That's our fault. Don't blame them. We have to show them something different. Alright? So just love my brother. But it's like them say, tough love. We have to can show love, but we have to can show, like Josh said, you have to love one another. But we're not going to love in a crazy kind of Batman kind of way. You have to show love to the strength that you have as a human being, as an individual, as a black man who's been through these struggles, through generations and generations of oppression. We come through that already, so we have to build on that. We don't want to go backwards. We need to build our families, build our nations, stop running around with a whole heap of women. Get one and deal with her. The covenant is either one or none. See? So the same thing with all these gal. That's a French thing, that's not African, believe you me. Unless you're a Muslim and you have 4 wives that you are taking care of financially, not just 4 women. See? So until we have more than one wife or woman, we're supposed to be able to financially take care of her, the household, and the children. Otherwise, deal with the one or none. So yeah, my brother, please support the sisters, support the children, and support yourself with dignity. It's a bad thing when a black man don't take care of his own children, and then develop a philosophy behind that and a good excuse for that. Don't do that, my brother. Those are your children. You lay down with that woman, you put your seed in her, you're responsible for that child and that woman. That's the law of Africa. I don't know who else law we taking up on. You make it, you take care of it. Amen. God bless.